With the Bebird, I'm using this to scrape the wax from out of my ear. I'm just bringing it along the inner ear and slowly scraping the inner ear to bring back a big chunk of wax. Now this piece of wax right here looks like it almost has a piece of skin in there, but it really is just accumulation of hard wax. I'm doing a circular motion, counterclockwise. Doing it brings a lot of relief. Take this chunk right there, that's a huge one right there. Wipe that off on the napkin. And I'm going to go back in and hopefully I can get a bigger chunk this time. Inside the ear, there's little hairs or whiskers that align the inner ear, and wax accumulates on top of that. That chunk. And so each time I get a huge chunk, I go ahead to remove it and put it onto a napkin, and then I go back in to retrieve a little bit more of the gooiness, the gooey wax. Oh, that's a big one right there. Pull that back, relief, little dingly right there. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that one back as well. And just put that on to my napkin before I go back in to get more gold. Now, probably wondering why wax builds up inside of the ear, but it is a mechanism that is produced to protect the inner ear from things like dirt and dust, and perhaps other things that I don't know about. Just going to take it in. Can't see it, but there's a chunk at the bottom right there. I'm just going to take this, or the top. Scrape it around like that. Try to accumulate as much as I possibly can on this one right here. It's nice and gooey. Collection. And I'm just really scraping around to clean up the areas that I may have missed on the initial swipe. Then I'm going to try to see if I can get bigger globs of the wax that I'm going to use and wipe off on a napkin before I go back in. There are the hairs. Yeah, there goes another piece right there. I'm going to get that. Looks like it was not too hard to pull off. And yeah, look at that. How the relief on the inner ear feels really good. I can't believe that much wax had accumulated inside of my ear, but I'm removing it right now. Go and look at that piece right there. Scrape that back, and look at that. Pull that off. Just a little bit came off on that spin. Yeah, that's a good one right there. I did not see that area whatsoever. You can see the hair on the inner ear that are used to protect the inner ear. I'm just going to scrape right over them, and a lot of the wax just comes right on up when I go over it. Gonna wipe it off, go back in for a little bit more gold. Now with the Bebird, it has a camera which makes it really easy to find the big clumps of wax that are moist or that are encrusted on the inner ear. Really great tool that I'm using. You can see there's some crusted wax. Look at that. That's a good one right there. Really moist clump of that, and it just slides on out. It didn't get a chance to become dehydrated and crusted on the inner ear. So it's important to get it cleaned on a regular basis to avoid it being crusted on the inner ear. There it goes. Pull that one. It looks like there isn't any in there, but I'm sure I can find some more gold. And there a little bit. Just a little bit laying around in that corner. I'm just going to wipe that off and see if I can find any more gems inside of the ear. Here we go. That's a good area. Scrape that off. There's a hair caught up in there, but still able to scratch a little bit of the wax off. Or remove. I wouldn't call it scratch, but just remove a little bit more of it off. Small chunk. Now the chunks are coming off smaller right now, but it's because I've gone over some of the same areas a little bit more. So I'm just going to maneuver it a little bit more to see if I can get a different area and possibly